यहाँ पे प्लेइंग 11 चुनना आपके लिए गुड हेडेक है, चैलेंजिंग है?
देखिए, किसी भी टेस्ट मैच में इंडिया में प्लेइंग 11 चुनना हेडेक ही है, बिकॉज जितना टैलेंट है हमारे पास, चाहे वो डोमेस्टिक क्रिकेट हो चाहे वो इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट हो, तो ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ इधर ही चैलेंज रहेगा। और एक अच्छा चैलेंज है, इनफैक्ट जब आपके पास अच्छा टैलेंट आ रहा होता है और जब कंपटीशन होता है प्लेसेस के लिए, तो इट्स ऑलवेज गुड। इसका मतलब ये है कि इंडियन क्रिकेट एक अच्छे, एक स्ट्रॉन्ग फाउंडेशन में और एक अच्छे स्तर पर है। तो मेरा मानना है कि ऐसा कुछ डिफरेंट नहीं होगा कि पुणे में मुश्किल होगा या बाकी जगह मुश्किल नहीं होता, हर जगह ही मुश्किल होता है।
गौतम, इतना क्रिकेट आप खेले हो, हमने भी थोड़ा सा क्रिकेट देखा है, हमें लगता है कि आई नो माई क्रिकेट वेल, और फिर क्रिकेट ये रंग दिखाता है। पाकिस्तान में जैसे हुआ, ऑस्ट्रेलिया को विमेंस वर्ल्ड कप में झटका लगा, हमें 46 पे आउट हो गए। तो ये क्या है क्रिकेट आपके लिए? क्योंकि हर बार हमें लगता है कि हम जानते हैं, लेकिन नया रंग सामने आता है।
नहीं, तभी हम क्रिकेट को एक बहुत बड़ा लेवलर कहते हैं, स्पोर्ट्स को एक बहुत बड़ा लेवलर कहते हैं, क्योंकि अगर आप ऐसे दिन एंजॉय करते हो जैसे दिन हमारे कानपुर में, तो फिर आपको ऐसे दिन भी एक्सेप्ट करने पड़ेंगे जैसे हमारे दिन बैंगलोर में थे। लेकिन अच्छी चीज़ ये थी कि 46 ऑल आउट होने के बावजूद वी वर स्टिल लुकिंग टू विन द टेस्ट मैच, वो इंपॉर्टेंट था। और इसी तरीके की हम क्रिकेट खेलना चाहते हैं। मैंने पहले भी कहा था कि हमारी फर्स्ट ऑप्शन हमेशा जीतना रहेगी और सेकंड ऑप्शन ड्रॉ होगी। तो अगर आप देखिए सेकंड इनिंग में भी कि कोई ऐसी इंटेंशन नहीं थी कि हम 2.5 दिन खेलने को देख रहे थे, हम यही सोच रहे थे कि किस तरीके से मैच बना सके। और इनफैक्ट अगर आप मुझसे पूछे तो शायद हम 100 रन दूर थे मैच बनाने के लिए। तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि बहुत सारी टीम्स ऐसी होंगी जो 46 के बाद भी इस तरीके से सोच रही होगी जब आपको 2.5 दिन से ज़्यादा बैटिंग करनी है। बट यही क्वालिटी और इसी तरीके की क्रिकेट हम आगे भी खेलना चाहते हैं।
Coach, there has been a lot of scrutiny, criticism around KL Rahul, especially by former cricketers and on social media as well. How are you looking at KL Rahul's form, and especially how is this Indian team management looking to or dealing with players who are going through such criticism of poor form?
See, first of all, social media does not matter one bit. You don't pick players on social media because of social media, or for that matter, even what the experts are saying. What the team management thinks and what the leadership group thinks is very, very important. Ultimately, everyone is judged. International cricket is all about being judged, to be honest, because everyone's performance will be judged eventually. But I feel that he's batting really well. Obviously, he's had a decent knock in Kanpur, obviously on a difficult wicket, and obviously he played according to the plans as well. And I'm sure, I think he would also be knowing that he wants to score big runs, and he has that capability of scoring runs. That's why he's been backed by the team management.
Gautam, you batted 700 minutes in Napier to save the test match in Cape Town in 2010 on the last day. From there, in the 15 years, the way the game has changed, and now saving the test match is almost an afterthought. Like you said, the first priority is winning. How do you see this progression of test cricket?
See, to a certain extent, it's good, because see, when I batted in Napier, obviously there was no T20 format at that time, or probably the T20 format was just introduced. And now with so much of T20 cricket around, and you expect players to be more aggressive, and the game has changed, the game has moved on, and we have to accept that as well, that yes, we will need a lot of temperament and a lot of mental toughness to bat for 2.5 days. But again, if the decision of the leadership group or the team management is to just go there and still try to win the game, I think that is what is very important. The messaging has to be very clear. Probably had we decided to bat 2.5 days, probably guys would have batted much differently. But the intention was always to make the game out of it, irrespective where we are, how much behind we are of the game. But for me, I think it's always good, because draws are boring. Results are always important. Results are always fun. But if we can keep taking the game forward, it's going to be always great fun. But yes, I think with T20 cricket around, I think it'll be difficult to see a lot of draws in future as well.
Sir, yesterday you and Rohit had a closer look at this trip, and even in this morning. So how are you expecting the pitch to play out? And so from the Commonwealth Games, cricket has been dropped in several other sports. So how much of a blow it is?
See, first of all, I'll tell you, I think there is no one in this world who can predict how the wicket's going to behave. To be very honest, no one can. Yes, we feel that I think wicket's going to be a typical Indian wicket, and we back our bowlers to do the job, and we back our batters to get runs on this wicket as well. But again, I think till the time the game is not started, we can't predict how the wicket's going to behave. Until the time both the teams haven't batted on this wicket, we can't predict anything either. See, that is not up to me to honestly answer that question. That how can I answer that question if it's been removed from Commonwealth? To be honest, I think my job is to probably think about what's going to happen tomorrow.
सर, आप शुभमन गिल को अब शुभमन गिल ने इनकमिंग किया है, तो और वाशिंगटन सुंदर भी इनकमिंग के लिए बोला जा रहा है, तो आप कौन से प्लेयर को रिप्लेस करने वाले हैं, या बॉलर्स को ज़्यादा खिलाने वाले हैं या बैटर्स को?
देखिए, शुभमन गिल अंदर नहीं आए। शुभमन गिल पिछले मैच में इंजर्ड थे। ऐसा नहीं था कि वो टीम में नए आए हैं, बिकॉज सिर्फ इंजरी के चलते वो पिछला मैच नहीं खेले थे। उनके जो नेक में इशू है, तो ऑब्वियसली जिस तरीके की उनकी परफॉर्मेंस रही है बांग्लादेश के अगेंस्ट ऑब्वियसली वो वापस प्लेइंग 11 में आएंगे. बाकी प्लेइंग 11 अभी डिसाइड नहीं हुआ है. प्लेइंग 11 कल सुबह देख के डिसाइड करेंगे कि किस तरीके के कॉम्बिनेशन के साथ हम जाना चाहते हैं. अल्टीमेटली जो भी कॉम्बिनेशन के साथ जाएंगे वो ये इस तरीके से जाएंगे कि हम ये टेस्ट मैच जीत सकें.
Gautam, you already had 3 biggest players in the squad playing outside. So what was the trigger for the Washington Sundar being called immediately first?
No, we just felt that probably they have 4 or 5 left-handers in the playing 11 as well, that if we want to have another bowler who can take the ball away from the left-handers, it is always going to be useful for us as well. But we haven't still decided that what's going to be our playing 11. We believe that probably the 2 opening batters in the middle order, left-hander batter Rachin in. So we feel that if Washi can give us more control in the middle, it's always going to be good for us.
There are 3 factors this particular series or this particular match, and we have also looked at the World Test Championship table, and also players who are going to play in Australia, give them some game time. So how do you manage it?
No, we are not even thinking of giving anyone game time. All we are concentrating on are these 2 test matches. And these 2 test matches are very, very important to us, as important as any other test match, be it in India or in Australia. So the focus right now is absolutely against New Zealand, and we don't want to change that focus or shift that focus to Australia. I know there'll be a lot of hype around the Australia series, but when you're playing for your country, every test match is an honor to represent the country, and it is equally important.
You are batted at number 3. What kind of value will bring to number 3? The way he's kind of batted in the 4-5 test matches.
See, obviously runs are important, and I feel that number 3, I don't want to compare what is the difference in number 3 and opening the batting. I think all the top 3 are equally important because they will have to probably face the most difficult conditions. For example, if you see the last game as well, that there were difficult conditions, especially on day 1. So if someone can bat at number 3 and can keep getting runs consistently, it gets much easier for the middle order batters as well. But again, I think it is the job of all the top 6 or 7 to get runs. But yes, if he's among the runs, it obviously gives us a lot of probably leverage that for a middle order to go out there and express themselves even more the way they want to.
Coach, with the big tour of Australia coming up, any thoughts on the workload that Jasprit Bumrah in particular has had in the Indian season for 2 test matches that he played against Bangladesh? He is also obviously needed in the next 2 test matches as well, and then there are 5 test matches lined up ahead. And any possible changes given Washington Sundar is also in the mix now in the spin attack, given how the spinners fared in the last test?
See, first of all, obviously we've got, once this series is over, we still have around 10 or 12 days before the test starts in Australia. So that's enough break for our fast bowlers as well. But we will still monitor after this test match where Jasprit Bumrah is. But it's not only about Jasprit Bumrah, it's about with all the fast bowlers as well. We want to keep them fresh. We know that obviously we've got a long tour and an important tour of Australia, but workload management will definitely depend on what the outcome of this test match is and how much have they bowled in this test match. The second question I've already answered, Washington Sundar, purely because he's a quality player. We know that what he brings on the table is just if he plays tomorrow, obviously he brings a completely different dimension. He brings control for us, and obviously he can bat in the lower middle order as well. So it is all about taking the ball away if we want to, but we still have another Aksar in, and we've got a wrist spinner and Kuldeep in as well. So we will see tomorrow morning how the wicket is, and then take a call that who's going to be our third seamer, and then decide whether the guys can take 20 wickets.
Just wanted to confirm, we saw Rishabh back and keep yesterday. Everything's fine.
Absolutely, I think he's going to keep wickets tomorrow.
No other fitness concerns?
No other fitness concerns.